Hey everybody, back with another journal flip through today. This may look a little familiar. I made one of these for Dolly for her birthday. Would have been last month. And had somebody see that and say, hey, I want one very similar to that. So that's what this one is. So it's another Book of Shadows. And this lady really liked the kind of hidden cover that I did, so she asked for another one of those, so that's what this is. And kept it pretty simple. I got a table runner at the thrift store, and it had, of course I chopped it up for other things, but it had a tassel on each end, so I just put that on there. And there's some fabric roses that I got from April in some Happy Mail, I want to say. And I thought that was kind of cute to put on the front there. So it's, it's pretty simple on the front because when you open it, that's where you get the book. So I will move this aside. And I used the same material. She liked the material. Made the cover, and it's 6 by 9 and let's see, about 2.5 inches for the spine. And that's that really cool leaf trim that you can get at the craft store. So we'll just take a quick flip through here. And I tried to break it up into kind of sections. And this first section is just nature and gardening notes, is how I just kind of sectioned it off. Of course, the lady doesn't have to use it that way. I had this really pretty fabric that I think was from Dolly, or maybe April, but I think it was from Dolly. So I sewed some magnets in it, and I also sewed or glued magnets here so that it shuts like so. And I made just a little scrap notebook with some scrap paper. I got down my big old scrap box and just went through it, and anything and everything that I had, that's what I put in there, and attached it with one of those, I don't know what they're called. I got some from Shayna though, and I've been using them because they're pretty handy. So that's what that is. And I did use Mrs. Cog's Curious Herbal DigiKit, and I will link that down below too. I was looking for an excuse to get it, and so this was a perfect excuse to get it. Plus it was on sale when I bought it. So, and they're gorgeous. They print out beautifully. So here's just what it is. I left it, fairly simple. And that's a button on, let me get back in frame here. That's a button that I just glued on to a paper clip. And I got this really cool book at the thrift. It is The Art of Instruction, and it's vintage reproductions, well, reproductions of vintage botany and zoology posters. So that's what that is. That book is beautiful. Couldn't wait to get into that. And here's some more of Mrs. Cog. And I just used some scraps, anything that was kind of naturey. This one, I really like this page because it's just so pretty. Natura Valde Simplex, and I think, I looked that up, but now I can't remember what it is. But I think it means that, I can't remember now. I'll have to look it up again. Anyway, Dolly had sent me a really cool old pillowcase. So after I cleaned it up, I cut it Sewed it onto some paper and it made great tags. And just some little cards about nature and the earth. And here's some of that really pretty sari ribbon. And this is a bottom slide, and there's a cute little garden fairy stamped onto that. I didn't do a whole lot of stamping otherwise in here. And this, I believe Shayna gave me this, and it said congratulations or much love or something on this tag, but I cut out a little something that I had in my stash and it said love, and I just glued that on there because it works. And then that's just a little writing space there. I did a lot of sewing and I left the strings. Of course, that can come off. And let me get it here. This one's really pretty. Pretty little card. And some different color of sari ribbon. And this section kind of deals with some herbs, and this may look familiar because I did use that in Dolly's as well. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted Mrs. Cog's download, because, you know, a curious herbal. Hello! This is another picture from that book. And here's just some of her various cards that I stuck into this layered pocket here. This I used in Dolly's as well. I shrunk this down to fit on the paper size that I had. And these little doodahs here are from Butterbee Scraps. Here's another one of those pillowcase tags. And that is the other side of that cut out from the book. Some paper from Angie. This feels so cool. I love it. I'm hoarding it for quite a while. So just a lot of places to write. There's just some scrap paper here. And this is, my daughter gave me this paper. She said, oh, I think you would like this. So there's a little piece of my daughter in here. But this is just a, it's kind of stiff so that she can lay it behind a page to write, because there's some bumpiness in here. And she also said she wanted a broomstick. I don't know if this will work or not, but I used a straw that Shayna gave me, and I covered it with sari ribbon. And April said, hey, use some burlap for the bottom. So I wrapped some burlap and frayed it, and used some more burlap to kind of tie it on there, and just gave it a little tail there. So there's my broomstick. This is some more of that paper that my daughter gave me. And this next section kind of deals with different philosophies. So here we have the pentagram, the pentacle, and I've got some mandalas in here that I left plain so that she can color them if she wishes. And this is a American Indian medicine wheel. There's another mandala with the yin and yang on there. The Day of the Dead bookmark. There's just some more little ones here. My granddaughter, her dad is part, I want to say Blackfoot. Yes, she's part Blackfoot. And so I went and I found some older pictures of some Blackfoot Indian tribes, and so I put one of those in there. And this is a book that I got from our library. They were getting rid of it, and it's by Amy Tan, but it talks about the grandmother is telling the little girl all about the Moon Lady. So I thought that would be fun for her to read, because the Moon Lady lives on the moon, and if you have a secret wish, she will fulfill it. And the illustrations in this book are just fabulous. So that's what that is. And here is a Blackfoot Indian chief. Here's his portrait. Good looking fella. Here's the Wheel of the Year. And behind it I have some tarot card images. And that's what those are. She asked for some of those, and I thought those were really pretty. If I can get them back in there. And in here, just an envelope, and there's the triple moon goddess there. She's quite gorgeous. I'll put that back. The lady that I got the Sari silk from also had these cute little owls in her shop, so I went ahead and ordered a few because I knew they would really fit perfectly in this book. And there's lots of room to write because it is going to be a working journal. So that's what that is. And here's the Father Moon and, or excuse me, Father Sun and Queen Moon. I haven't had enough coffee yet. And here, that's a piece of turquoise. I did that in Dolly's book as well. Here's another mandala that I just stuck in there. That's from an old necklace. Some trim that I got from April. And here's a blessing, which I wanted to put this in the front. Long story, didn't happen. But anyway, there's the blessing for the book. Some more nature pieces. There's a little hidden flap here with a card. Some more of Angie's paper, which I could just touch all day. Some more cards here. Here's a little bag with a card, and I used just about all of this. I think I just had some teeny tiny scraps left out of that really cool pillowcase that she sent. Did some of the layering with some fabrics here in the middle of this signature. I love that picture. This, I can't remember who gave this to me, but it kind of feels like wallpaper. And they made it into a little envelope, so I just put some more of Mrs. Cog's cards in there. You know, again, I'm trying to keep things kind of, you know, organic, waste not, want not kind of thing. Some homemade paper, a flower, paper flower that I made ages ago. But isn't that the cutest? Love that. And another card back here. I want to say I got this paper at Tuesday morning. Excuse me. I have a dry throat this morning. This is the Wiccan Read. And that's the end of the book. And again, I used a lot of that pillowcase to kind of sturdy it up and make a nice clean writing space. So there's my second book of shadows. Oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe I can edit this out. So, yeah, that's what this is. Had a lot of fun making this. And I hope she likes it. I'll be sending it off this week, so fingers crossed. Everybody else, you have a great day. Thanks for coming in. Bye.